Welcome to LexLocal. I'm your host, Rick Dorrington. Today's episode marks a milestone for us here at LexMedia. 1 year producing this show. This is our 12th episode, and throughout the year, we've created somewhere north of 70 unique pieces tracking news, sports, human interest, and community updates for the town of Lexington. Two major stories we've enjoyed covering in town are the Lexington teacher strike and the controversy surrounding the superintendent at Minuteman High School. We've grown with these stories and are proud of the part we've played in bringing them to the attention of the community. We have a lot to catch up on, so let's jump right in with a hot topic in Lexington, the protest by the teachers union over contract negotiations.
So why are we here today? I understand that you've been at other schools throughout the course of the week, and your message is what?
So the Lexington teachers are we're fighting for a fair contract, and the members at all the various schools are trying to educate the public about what's going on with the contract negotiations in an effort to try and get us over the finish line.
On night one, town meeting members were met with a protest of approximately 300 members of the Lexington Education Association.
The point of the protest yesterday is one of the messages we're trying to get out to the community is we want people to understand that, yes, the town has money. The town has money to pay the teachers, to pay the administrative assistants, to staff the buildings the way they need to be staffed.
The community needs to sort of know the challenges that we face, and my hope is that we go into the next budget cycle with a fresh set of eyes, with this information sort of in the background as we make decisions about what is affordable for an increase for schools.
In our top story, the Lexington Teacher Education Association and School Committee have reached a tentative contract agreement. The agreement came after a 10-hour bargaining session on Thursday. We talked to Avon Lewis and Robin Strezak from the LEA.
It went great. Everyone was there with the right attitude for the right reasons and ready to work together and actually hammer something out.
Some of the biggest items were around workload. One of the areas of significant contention was elementary half days. It provides vital time for staff to work together, and we were able to preserve those into the future, which we are very glad about.
To be recognized that people are working themselves to the bone and that at this point something has to change, otherwise we can't continue on, and to be taken seriously, to be respected in that way and to be heard is excellent.
Minuteman High School is also making news. Students there are protesting Superintendent Dr. Kathleen Dawson's decision to not renew Principal George Clement's contract. Over 1,000 students have signed an online petition. Signs are popping up all over the school, and a student walkout is planned for May 8th. We had the opportunity to speak with a few of the students organizing the walkout.
So we're here at Minuteman Technical High School getting some more information about the principal situation.
About a week ago, I found out that the superintendent was not going to renew his contract of 3 years, so he wasn't going to be principal next year, and I wanted to do something about it.
They know we have numbers, we just need to show them. However, I just learned that on May 16th, they will not be meeting in person, the school committee. They will not be meeting with parents and students in person. So we need to pack whatever meeting we can and tell the school committee directly that we want our principal back. This is ridiculous.
This morning, over 200 Minuteman High School students staged a walkout to save their principal, Mr. Clement. Take a look.
Mr. Clement has dedicated so much time and effort into making this school as good as it can. He has done everything to preserve the trades.
I'm only a freshman here, but from what I can tell, changes Dr. Dawson has made have not benefited anyone but herself. Mr. Clement gives the most amazing morning announcements, really actually puts a smile on my face, and I will be really sad if he leaves, and I know a lot of people will. As a freshman, I didn't know that we would be stripped of such a great principal.
There's a new interim superintendent in place. Kevin Mahoney, a former assistant superintendent for finance, has been appointed to serve while the investigation of Superintendent Dr. Kathleen Dawson is conducted.
This is a little bit of a different role, but I'm really anxious and embrace the role. I want to have the discussions with the stakeholders. I want to engage with the students.
Here's what Mahoney was greeted with at his first in-person school committee meeting.
The fact that you people continuously, unanimously approve every vote you take means you are not listening and having proper debate, okay? 100% of us voted unanimously, no confidence in that superintendent. You guys, we deserve better from you.
The problems at Minuteman High School are still reverberating in Lexington. Dr. Kathleen Dawson is still on leave pending investigation for misconduct. Minuteman parents showed up to the latest Lexington Select Board meeting to show their concerns for Minuteman School Board member Judy Crocker. Crocker was on the docket to be reappointed to the school committee.
For you to say, Joe, that you're comfortable with putting forward the same person that ignored the 51A that was filed in September is astounding to me. I think that the parents of Minuteman, the citizens, deserve better. I know the kids do, because this is now this is on you now. If you reappoint her, this is your liability. You're saying everything was okay, that's okay. And when she met with the parents, she minimized that. It's an ongoing investigation. So I really hope you're clear about the impact that your decision will have on children.
Stay with us. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some event coverage and community updates. Lexington is an incredibly diverse town, rich in history, culture, and traditions. Here are some of our favorite events, ceremonies, and town updates we've had the pleasure of covering in the last year.
Hi, this is Julie Minuteman from LexMedia, and today I am at Harrington Elementary School. I'm sitting here with the creators and some of the crew of the Harrington Hawks News Live. Yes, there is another news show in town besides LexLocal. And tell us how this news show got started.
I think 2 years ago, we learned quite a bit through the pandemic, unfortunately, about how to communicate and ways to communicate. And we had this idea. Miss Daly asked me and Miss Goralski here about some ways that we can communicate with our students in a 21st century model.
The different waves of black people coming into town realized that we need to have a place to store that information. And so that was where it has become the Black History Project of Lexington.
I told the students, I said, it doesn't matter how many times where you performed or how many times you performed at Carnegie Hall. The experience doesn't get old. You can't be jaded by it.
Hey guys, Terry Samaras down here in Lexington Center, where we bring you a story that will awaken the youthful curiosity within us all. The Lexington Council for the Arts has orchestrated an extraordinary event that promises to immerse residents and visitors in a world of magic and adventure. This is the Fairy Scavenger Hunt.
Project Pop-Up was a very creative proposal that was brought to the Select Board by the Economic Development Office when we asked for suggestions on how we should best deploy our ARPA funds that the town received. And Project Pop-Up is sort of a perfect marriage of helping local small businesses who may not have enough gravitas or history to have a physical presence, and they've been online, but they're trying to test out the concept of having real brick and mortar space. So we give them that opportunity, but at the same time, we drive additional foot traffic into the town center, giving the community more of a sense of vibrancy.
We're going to talk to Coach Shane Wilson about what happened during the game and also their upcoming road trip against Winchester and Arlington. How is the process going for you compared to the first year to now?
I think this year it's more of a case where the kids know me, I know the kids, the coaches know me, I know the coaches.
So my name is Hua Wang, and I'm the co-president of Chinese American Association of Lexington. This is the main organization that's behind this great event. Lunar New Year celebration is one of the Cal traditional events for nearly 4 decades.
The Cotton Club podcast TV show finale of season 1. Cotton School reached out to us last year and they asked us if we would mind students come in once, twice a week. We said yes. We jumped at the opportunity because we love teaching and we figured the best place for them would probably be the podcast studio. I wanted to have them do a podcast about what they wanted to talk about.
Is here at Cary Library, and I'm here to ask you if you're ready to take the 2023 Summer Challenge. What is the Summer Challenge? It is our special program this summer from age 0 all the way up through entering senior year of high school, where we are challenging you not only to read, but to do fun activities this summer.
Wow, what a year. We'll be right back after this short break. The other great thing about Lexington is that it's a vibrant community full of residents who are passionate about their town, its businesses, and the festivities that bring people together. Here, you'll find some human interest pieces, new store openings, and some good old-fashioned fun.
You can't anticipate every possibility. Your plans are, unfortunately, just that. They're plans, and they don't always work out the way you want them to. So you have to be flexible and capable of saying, well, you know, I gotta take what I've got and make it work. And that we're dealt this hand, so let's play. It's really, in a nutshell, it's demonstrating that living kidney donation is not an end to your life. You're going to be able to continue to do the things you love.
I'm the only driving an ice cream truck in Lexington. Occupation, I'm a self-employed. I gave up my college degree for this. I'm a computer scientist. I started working in this town in '97. Been basically driving my ice cream truck through the summer. That's just about what I do for a living.
This is Mo's ice cream truck. We wanted to thank him and everybody here for this amazing blast.
Whether you're a child or an adult, Mo has made an impact on this community with his friendly smile and contagious laugh. And there is one thing that we can all agree on in Lexington.
Almost 9 years ago, Meg Landers wanted to take her friend Marianne de Blasi to Parker Meadow. When they arrived, they realized it would be too dangerous for Marianne, who uses a wheelchair, to even attempt navigating the trail. This motivated Meg to make sure that would never happen again.
Well, I have a very good friend of mine who is in a wheelchair and is disabled. And one day we were walking from town center after we were going to church, and we came down the bike path, and I made a suggestion that we come to Parker Meadows to see the ducks on the pond.
Julie Potter and Terry Samerwolf head downtown to give you an exclusive look at all the tricks, treats, and Halloween fun.
Happy Halloween, Lexington! I'm Julie Potter, and I came all the way from Hogwarts to Lexington because I heard you know how to party on Halloween.
Yeah, and I got Terry Samerwolf here. Full moon last night. I got really anxious and I came out to Lexington Center. There had trick-or-treaters, we got kids, we got adults, everyone's dressed up, everyone's having a great time. Give you guys a first-hand look of what's going on.
So tell us who you are in real life.
We're from Kopi and Sayers Pediatric Dental Office and Orthodontic Office in Lexington.
So pediatric orthodontics, and you're handing out candy to kids?
Nope, toothbrushes and toothpaste.
We wanted to get away from the candy, and we're an art center, right? So we got some slime.
Hello, sir.
How we doing?
Are you here because there's been a lot of mischief in Lexington?
I think we're here just to hand out some candy. There's no mischief yet, though.
Have you seen Michael Myers in town?
Haven't, but we got an eye out for him.
Have you seen Jason?
Jason, not yet, but we got people around the res looking for him in case he comes out, okay?
One Lexington resident is certainly doing his part to keep the spirit of Halloween alive. I met up with Vlad Selsky, who for over 7 years has been turning his home into a Halloween haunted extravaganza.
I put a spell on you.
My name is Vlad Selsky, and welcome to the Greenwood Haunt. It is basically an expression of who I am. I love fantasy, horror, science fiction, and obviously Halloween. It's my year-round hobby to build my own props and work on all sorts of creative projects throughout the year. And then when Halloween comes around, it's my favorite time of the year, and I have lots of adults and kids of all ages coming by to check out the display.
Center Goods is a sustainable goods and eco-friendly store. So what that means is we sell things to help you cut your waste, and particularly your plastic waste. And that can come in a lot of different forms. But some of the heart of the store are the refills, which means you can bring in any container from home and refill it with soap and shampoo and conditioner and laundry detergent and dish soap, and you never have to buy a plastic bottle again.
Have you ever wanted to try one of those traditional English tea services? Well, look no further than Vintage Tea and Cake Company in Lexington, Massachusetts. Owner Adele Dunnigan was inspired by her 10 years living in England, and she wanted to bring afternoon tea to Lexington.
So we offer a traditional afternoon tea menu. It consists of a selection of seasonal patisseries, a selection of little finger sandwiches, including our classic cucumber, which you have at most afternoon teas. At the moment, we're also doing a delicious tuna salad. We have an English cheddar and chive, which is really popular in England, and then a prosciutto.
At this point, I'd really like to take a second and thank you, the viewers and community members that have supported us. If you have any story ideas, news updates, or even just suggestions, please feel free to reach out to us here at LexMedia so we can make our next year even better. You can email us at news@lexmedia.org. Thank you so much for watching. For all of us here at LexMedia, I'm Rick Dorrington.